Today's story is called The Little Beggar. Long ago in Baghdad, there was a beggar. He was a pleasant little man and he laughed a lot. He had many friends who enjoyed his jokes and stories. One of these friends was a tailor. He often invited the little beggar to dinner. One night, the beggar was eating fish at the tailor's table. He was halfway through one of his funniest stories when the fish bone got stuck in his throat. He went very red in the face and made some strange noises. The tailor and his wife thought it was a part of the joke. They laughed and laughed, and at last the beggar fell down on the floor. "Oh God, forgive me," cried the tailor. "We have killed our guest." "We mustn't let anyone know," said his wife. They wrapped the little beggar in a blanket and carried him down the street. The tailor and his wife could carry his light little body quite easily. "What is the matter?" a servant girl asked them. Our child has a fever," said the tailor. "I work for a doctor," said the servant girl. "Follow me." They had to follow her to the doctor's house. The servant girl ran up to the house and to tell the doctor. While she was inside, the tailor quickly carried the body to the top of these steps. They left it there and went home with their blanket. The doctor came out of the house and hurried down the outside steps. He fell over the body of the little beggar. It fell down the steps and lay very still at the bottom. "Oh dear God, forgive me," cried the doctor. "This is a terrible accident. This poor beggar was sleeping on my steps and now I have killed him. No one must know about this." The servant girl said, "Throw the body over the wall into the cook's yard next door. Every night the rats come out to eat his food. Perhaps they will eat his body too." They dropped the little beggar into the yard. A few minutes later, the cook came out of his house. He held a stick in his hand and he was looking for rats. Suddenly, he saw the body of the little beggar near the wall. "Aha!" he thought to himself. "So it wasn't the rats after all. Take that, thief! Take that!" He hit the little beggar with his stick. The body fell over and lay face down in the dust. "Oh God, please forgive me," said the cook in a frightened voice. "I have killed this poor little beggar. I feel so ashamed. No one must ever find his body." The cook carried the little beggar towards the river. He was going to throw it in. Suddenly, he heard someone coming. He put the body in a dark corner and ran home. It was a servant walking near the river. He saw the little beggar in the dark corner. He was sure he was a thief. "He is going to attack me," he said to himself. He hit the little beggar as hard as he could. Two policemen heard the noise and ran towards it. They found that servant and the little beggar. "A murder," they said. "Come with us." They put the servant in prison and laid the little beggar on a table in the police station. Next morning, the servant had to appear before the judge. The body of the little beggar lay on the judge's table. A crowd came to watch. "Here is a poor murdered man," said the judge, "and here is the murderer." The police got him. "Executioner, hang this murderer at once." The crowd cheered. "Stop, stop, don't do it," cried a voice from the crowd. "There has been a mistake." The cook stepped forward. "I can't let this man die. I killed the young beggar. I found him in my yard. I thought he was stealing food. I killed him with my stick. I left the body in the street." "Executioner," said the judge, "let the servant go and hang this cook." The crowd cheered. Suddenly, a man shouted, "No!" It was the doctor. "I cannot let you hang this cook. I kicked the little beggar down my steps. It was an accident. I dropped the body over the cook's wall." "Doctors save lives," said the judge. But instead, this doctor has killed someone. Executioner, let this cook go and hang this doctor. The crowd cheered. The doctor said his prayers. He knew it was time for him to die. Stop! A voice cried in the crowd. You must not let this happen. Last night, the beggar came to dinner at my house. A fishbone got stuck in his throat while he was telling a funny story. We did not realize that he was in pain until he fell down dead. Then we were very ashamed. So you have killed your guest, said the judge. Executioner, hang this tailor for death of the little beggar. Wait, the doctor said suddenly. He pointed to the body on the table. There has been no death. This man is still alive. He bent over the beggar and took out the bone from his throat. The little beggar sat up and coughed. Dear God, said the beggar, I have had a terrible, terrible dream. I dreamed that someone kicked me downstairs. Then someone threw me over a wall and beat me with a stick. Then he saw the tailor and his wife. Oh, my dear friends, he said, I remember now. Oh, how kind of you to bring so many people to pull out one small fishbone. Now let me finish my story. He did, and everyone laughed. That's the end. Thank you for watching.